I have more understanding than all my teachers, for your witnesses are my study. So he says, I have more understanding than all my teachers. He's not saying I'm smarter than my Torah. He's saying, look, I have more understanding than the person trying to teach me math or science or history or this other thing. All those people out there that are teachers, I have more understanding. Why? Because your witnesses are my study. So he's not trying to attack teachers here. It's got to find the right balance. David isn't like standing up there in a very haughty way, prideful way, saying, I'm smarter than all my teachers. I recognize that I have to restrain my feet. What's my feet? It's a metaphor for what I go to do, my walk. I have to restrain walking in the wrong directions, going after doing things I shouldn't do, wanting to go off in this direction and that direction, going off, as it says in Scripture, to the left or to the right. I got to restrain that pull, that desire, that leaning. Doing anything that goes against the way he intended and designed something to be done or used or function is evil. And we need to restrain ourselves from the temptation that we have to go and do that thing that is evil. Because I know a lot of you still are having a hard time wrapping your brain around this part, because you're thinking, I don't do anything evil. You say, well, what was so bad about that? All right, so I ate a ham sandwich. All right, so I had some shrimp. What's the big deal? It's evil. How could that be evil? You're going to compare that to murder? I'm just telling you the scriptural definition. And don't be going to that outside, just blaming all. Everybody always wants to bind the devil, blame the devil. Listen, I'm not saying he doesn't exist. I'm saying you just have never understood him correctly. Oh yeah, no, he's not a good guy. Don't get me wrong. But you blame him for things that are not his fault. If you didn't give him the opportunity, he could do nothing. You don't need a deliverance ministry. You don't need to go and get certain prayers said over you. You don't need any kind of special regimen or whatever. What you need is internal strength. What you need is discipline. And then you'll be like Job. There's no Emunah there. He's not trusting and believing. Yahweh says there's nothing there. Guess what? There's nothing there. And Hasatan tried to make excuses. You do this too. Oh, what are you telling me? I'm like the devil? Sure, sometimes. When you do things like he does, try to spin the truth and bend things around and make excuses and blah, 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 blah. Stop thinking of the giant evil red hair, red skin, horns, tail, the whole whatever, right? Don't think of all that. Think about one that is a lying, bending the truth, twisting the words, manipulative, deceitful creature who's only about himself. And anytime you choose you over the Creator, you're acting just like him. Right now, the millennium is what we're practicing with Sukkot and getting an idea of that. In the millennium, oh wow, it's going to be so easy because Hasatan is going to be in lockdown. He's going to be chained up. But don't think for a second just because he's chained up. You know what? Actually, in some ways, I don't think I've ever said it this way. It's going to be so much worse for you because you'll have nobody to blame. I've never said that before. Think about it. You're thinking, oh, the millennium's great. Hasatan is in the pit, chained down. Wonderful. Really? Then all the nonsense you do is now on you. It always was, but now you won't have the excuse. He said, I've learned to restrain my feet. So your word shines a light as to where my feet, which I'm restraining, are to go. Now, a lamp is not like a floodlight. And it's not like high beams with the halogen lights that aim all the way down the highway. It's a lamp. It only extends so many feet. He says, your word gives me what I need to take the next bunch of steps. It's okay that I can't see way beyond that. I have to trust you for the beyond that, because when I walk, the lamp will show me those feet when I get there. And by the way, teach me your right rulings connected to him talking about affliction and everything else. He's saying, I get that my life experience is part of that teaching. Receive what I just said. You need to get that your experiences in your life is part of how he's teaching you, if you're paying attention. David is asking him to do that. If you're having some stuff going on in your life, be careful. You probably asked for it. The old saying, be careful what you ask for, right? You probably asked for it. This is your inheritance. Not the word itself, not the kingdom coming. Your witnesses that he did for you, that you inherit the witnesses. All the accounts that you read about, Paul says, which are witnesses for you and examples for you, and all that stuff he did in your life, that was meant to be like an inheritance, a high-value inheritance that will bring joy to your heart because it will provide what you need to make the right decisions, the right choices, and go forward. Think about that as an inheritance. And I've inclined, because of that joy, my heart to do your laws forever to the end. Why? Because, go listen to the Are You Saved teaching. Because doing it once is not enough. You got to keep persistently doing it to the end. He who endures to the end shall receive. Read Revelation. Listen to the teaching on to he who overcomes. I haven't mentioned that one in a while. But everything that you want is based on overcoming. And the last one says, and to he who overcomes till the end shall receive all of this. Everything you want fits into that verse right there. This is in Revelation at the end, and it says, and all of you that have endured up until, it says forever into the end, you get to inherit all this.